Fortnite is dead, said the overreacting zealous YouTuber who craves attention. The days of OG Fortnite are coming to an end. I know, cry. With a set date of the new season, chapter, whatever it's being called, being December 2nd. This means no OG map. This also means your nostalgic trip is finally coming to an end. Thank the bus driver on your way out. I gotta say, as someone who's hardly played Fortnite since the OG map was removed, Epic Games did the smartest thing possible by bringing it back, because not only did a bunch of players come back, not that they needed it, but it helped build excitement for the future of the game. Because if you were paying attention at all, you noticed that certain things on the OG map were being removed or added during its time, leading to players like me being very curious as to what the developers over at Epic Games have in store for future seasons. With that being said, I had tons of fun playing the OG Fortnite map. It led to a lot of wins, losses, tears, and just getting absolutely humbled by some of the player base.
Oh, what the fuck ever!
Quick disclaimer, I am very bad at Fortnite. You will never really see me build, you'll never really see me do all the other things that the pros are doing. You're just gonna see me fail and fail and fail, and the only times I'm really winning are against bots. And yes, you heard me correctly, against bots. Like, there were plenty of times where I was playing either by myself or with friends and got a win and went, that was probably a little unfair and I probably just played against a kid who has a handicap. Like, if you want a breakdown of how everything went, like my first win, I was like, oh yeah, that's fair. Like, I'm actually pretty good at this game. And then the second and then the third wins that I got with a friend of mine, I was like, yeah, no, there's something not right here, Chief. Better yet, it felt like me and my friend were Sammy Sosa and Mark McGuire, and the rest of our lobbies were just like average Joe players that were picked up off the street. Yet these bot lobbies gave me the opportunity to explore the map and really take in a lot of that nostalgia that it had to offer. Like, first game I got into, went to Tilted Towers. Like, if you have never jumped into Tilted Towers, then what are you even doing? Like, have you never lived life before? Like, landing Tilted Towers had to be this generation's 1v1 me bro on Rust. Because there's only two types of players that land at Tilted Towers. Either the ones that are really stupid and don't know what they're doing, like me every single time I was playing the game up until I got good, or the players that got good and just loved scragging the players that went there not knowing they're gonna get blasted away by Santa Claus. And not only was it great to see a lot of the other POIs from the game, but it was also great to see some of the OG weapons back in the game for the first time in a long time, at least from what I've seen. Being able to use weapons like the M4, the Scar H, or even the pump action, even though I was a little disappointed when you get the double pump, really gave me that little tickle of nostalgia. And not only was it great to see some of that nostalgia, but it was great to see some of the new stuff come into the game and make it a vastly different experience than the one we've experienced over the last few years. Which is where I need to applaud Epic Games. This was a brilliant move by Epic Games to bring the OG map into the game and give it to the player base that's been begging for this to come back. Because again, as someone who's hardly played Fortnite over the last few years, I mean, there's been games here and there that I've played, it brought me back to really engage with this game and see what it really had to offer. And seeing what this entire thing had to offer, I was able to play various game modes that were outside of the normal battle royale. For instance, you can play a red versus blue game mode, or even better, you can play the Squid Games. Like, I thought getting to the end of a battle royale was pretty heart pumping, but if you're playing the entire Squid Games game mode that's in the game, that is like some of the most heart pumping action that I've ever experienced, and most of it's just trials. But again, the OG Fort map being taken out of the game is definitely something sad for me as a player, because I've truly enjoyed my experience playing the OG map again, but I'm also glad that it's not sticking around. I think it's probably the best for everyone if this gets removed from the game and ends up being vaulted somewhere. Because at some point we need to innovate, and if you're not innovating and you're just rehashing the same old shit over and over again, things become kind of boring. Because when you rehash the same things over and over again, you end up like a certain some game that exists that I play all the time. And giving players that little taste, that way you can suck them in and make them question and wonder the things that you're doing to innovate this game in even further than you already have, is a brilliant move by Epic Games, and really got me to look at all the different things that this game does have to offer. The best thing about all this was all free of charge. The developers just gave you the map, and if you wanted to, you can purchase micro DLC to kind of support them in some way. And it's decisions like this that make me as a player want to support said developer by buying microtransactions, even though this game doesn't need it. The amount of skins that I was looking at as I was playing games, there's so many different skins, it's crazy. I mean, I will say, like, my best purchase through this entire experience was the "you can't see me" John Cena move. Because you know that I was trolling people. Every time I killed someone, I just ended up using this emote to piss them off. Again, I truly enjoyed the OG map experience. I'm very glad that Epic Games brought it back for a short period of time. That way players could either come back or experience a map that they had never really experienced before. And I want to say one last thing, because I've heard a lot of different people say that they're just going to leave Fortnite because the OG map is gone. Give it a chance. See what the developers have to do, because they may actually impress you with what the future holds for this game. And I'm not saying you have to play this game 24/7, 365, but at least show some support for the developers, at least here and there, at least a couple times a month maybe. Because even though Fortnite is just a money train at this point, at least the developers show that they care and are listening to the community and are willing to give the community the things that they want. I mean, granted, it was like a pretty win-win for both sides, but it was just nice to see a map that I had played during the early stages of Fortnite come back and really give me some of that nostalgia that I really missed about this experience. But I'd like to know what you have to say about the OG Fortnite map being removed. Do you think it's a good thing or bad thing? Do you think there should be some sort of map rotation? Let me know what you think in the comments section below. I also want to know if you're excited for the later parts of Fortnite. And if you enjoyed this video, great. If you didn't, well, guess what? It doesn't get much better. But if you liked it just enough, maybe consider subscribing and leaving a like, because it really does help out the channel. And I'd like to thank you for taking the time and watching this video. Don't forget to thank the bus driver on your way out, and well, bye.